Yo, so what's going on? I saw an article. I think this is like a couple weeks back, but it was Ubisoft of all people saying that gamers should get used to not actually owning their games. I know this is like it's a little old, but I just feel like I had to talk about it because once again, like it's related to me, you know? Because look who's saying it. It's literally fucking Ubisoft, as if they didn't have enough enemies. You know what I'm saying? Like Ubisoft of all people are saying gamers should get used to not owning their games, and obviously like that's probably gonna rub people the wrong way because why the fuck did you say that? You know what I'm saying? Like I understand, right? Because we all know that if you buy a digital game on the Xbox Store, PlayStation Store, or on Steam, right? If it's digital, it's not technically yours unless if you pirate it. Funnily enough, if you pirate it, then it's kind of yours. But if you buy it officially off of any of those stores, digital stores, then you only have the license to play that game. You don't actually own that game, and it makes sense because once again, it's not tangible, right? Like, what are you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Like for example, if your account gets banned for whatever reason or gets hacked, guess what? All your shit is gone. Every single cent you spent on those games, they're all gone, right? For whatever reason, if you get banned, right, you're fucked. Basically, everything's gone. You know, and that's why like I'm always debating whether digital or physical. I think I might make a whole video on it because it's just that complex of a topic, right? I feel like you have to get into like, the nitty gritty of that shit. But I feel like, both digital and physical have their advantages. I don't think one's inherently better than the other. You know what I'm saying? But nowadays, what with all this shit going on, I feel like I'm more incentivized to buy physical because I already have bought more physical. And the only thing really enticing me to buy digital games is literally the price because it's so much cheaper online than it is if you buy physical, right? Like Ubisoft's really not trying to make friends out here. Like they really like they know that they're probably like one of the most hated gaming companies out there, and that hurts because like most of my favorite games are from Ubisoft. Let's see. First of all, obviously Assassin's Creed, Watch Dogs, Splinter Cell, Rayman, For Honor, Rainbow Six, Prince of Persia, right? All these games are from Ubisoft, unfortunately. And unfortunately, Ubisoft, they do make good games, or at least they used to, right? Like it's actually insane. Remember. I think only recently. I think a while ago. I think only like yesterday, 2 days ago, I saw a clip where they're comparing Skull and Bones, the long-awaited pirate game from Ubisoft. You know the same guys who made Black Flag. Yeah. They were comparing a clip from Skull and Bones to Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, and who do you think actually fucking got that dub? No, like I saw it, and I'm like, there's no way. There is no fucking way. How are you gonna have a pirate game and not actually board the ship, right? And I don't understand how games are downgrading. Once again, it's like a whole thing. Games for some reason are downgrading. Actually, I think I know the reason. I'll tell you the reason. All right. Greed. Greed, bitch. As is with everything else. That's why movies suck, that's why TV shows suck, and that's why games suck. Any form of media sucks nowadays because of greed. But once again, money existed back in the day too. So why did they give shit back then? Right? Why were the games actually good? I actually don't know. Like I actually do not know. Like tell me. Right? Like have you seen the more recent Assassin's Creed games? I'm talking specifically about Odyssey, Valhalla, and Mirage. The character models look fine, but they're animated so horribly. Like it's actually inexcusable for a character to be animated like this in 2023, like in 2024, right? 2024, right? Like how does that even happen, right? How does that even happen? And like obviously, like my faith in Ubisoft is kind of, you know, non-existent because I mean like once again, it's conflicted because like I used to love them and they made like one of the best games I've ever played, like Assassin's Creed 2, goated, Assassin's Creed 4, goated. Origins was surprisingly goated because it was like the new shift in the genre. Watch Dogs 1, I like that. Prince of Persia, amazing, I love that. Right, Splinter Cell was kind of revolutionary for some. So once again, Ubisoft, they're an old company and they've been making games for a while, and they've actually made good games. But what's up with this? What is a recent losing streak with Ubisoft? You know, look, what's up with Ubisoft? You know what I'm saying? And once again, I care because they made games that I give a shit about. You know, so when I talk about Ubisoft like this, it's coming from a place of love. It's coming from a place of love because once again, I care about these games and probably more than they do because once again, they don't give a shit, which is why they keep on spewing out this nonsense, right? So every Far Cry game has been the same ever since Far Cry 2. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is going on? You know what I'm saying? And I feel like the more that developers do shit like this, they cut corners. Like, okay, have you heard about Marvel's Capcom 3, but like the modded edition that is basically Marvel's Capcom 4, like MVC 4 that we never got, right? Capcom just gave up on Marvel's Capcom, so the modders literally said the absolute superheroes said, "Fuck it, I'll do it myself," and they legit made like almost a new game. You know how many characters added? See, this is the power of people who give a shit, right? People who made that game, who made those mods, they have a passion about the game. They care about the characters in the game, right? But one thing these dumbass developers, like, I'm actually genuinely serious. I don't understand, like, why these guys don't understand. Like, how brain dead do you have to be, right? It's like they don't know what the fans want. But the fans, see, the thing about gamers is that they're a very passionate bunch. You know, they will voice their concerns. You know what I'm saying? You will know whether they like it or whether they don't. You know what I'm saying? So what is even going on, right? A good example, NetherRealm. Why are you pandering? Why are you sucking up to a small demographic of people who mind you aren't even the people who are playing your fucking game in the first place? Why are you pandering to them instead of your actual player base, instead of the people who actually give a shit about the characters and everything else? You're trying to tell me like an SAW woke bullshit feminist is playing Mortal Kombat? No. So why are you pandering to her? You know what I'm saying? Like, Mortal Kombat has had an identity crisis ever since. I feel like it got the worst in MK11, because I remember one time like they asked why all the females are so covered up, and then I think they responded by saying that it's a game where they said it's impractical. They said you wouldn't be running into battle with heels. Impractical? Fucking practical? It's a game where a guy can literally rip your head off with the vertebrae still attached. You're trying to tell me about realism here? You want to talk about realism? Like, release the Mortal Kombat Deception Melina skin. You know they want it. But for some reason, they want to pander to some group that won't even play their fucking games. But that's just like a small example of why shit don't work no more. And why developers and everything else is just fucked nowadays. Because, I mean, it's all about money, isn't it? But once again, it's also about an agenda, right? Suicide Squad Killer Justice League. Absolute dumpster fire. I never played it, and I probably never will. Even though it has Arkham Batman in it, and I really wanted to see where the story's gonna go, I've heard such bad things about the game. I don't think I'll ever pick it up, right? I don't know. I might, out of curiosity, but this is the same sentiment I had for Gotham Knights. I was so hyped to see it, but when I found out it was just the same bullshit, I'm like, fuck it, right? Although, I'm not actually sure, because Batgirl's got a lot of cake. I don't know if I should buy the whole game just for that. It wouldn't make a lot of sense, but I don't know. I'm conflicted, you know what I'm saying? Same thing with the Avengers game. Am I gonna buy the Avengers game just because Black Widow's cake? I don't fucking think so, you know what I'm saying? So, like, everything nowadays is just fucked. It's just fucked. You know, if I had to say anything, it's just fucked, right? You're not gonna own your games. Whoop-de-fucking-do. We already knew that, right? That's why I feel like I'm stockpiling. I bought more games physical, because I feel like, once again, like, you get the tangibility, you get to feel it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's mine. I have it now. So if I ever show up in my like underground post-apocalyptic bunker, I'm set, right? Because I can just pop it in as long as I have electricity. Because most of these games do be offline, so it's not even an issue. As long as you have electricity, we're blessed, you know what I'm saying? And MK1 has been dead for a while now. I don't know what's up with MK1. Like, they've just been taking straight L's now. People are not playing that game, right? Like, what is up with that? And Street Fighter 6 and Tekken 8 have just stomped all over MK1, because once again, the competition is just like that. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be caught lacking for that long, and then people are gonna come in and take your place. You know, people get bored. Gamers get bored. They need new shit all the time to keep them engaged. You know what I'm saying? And it sucks, because I want to see Homelander and Peacemaker and Takeda, but what the fuck? Where are they at? The gaming industry in general just fucked. It's just so fucked, you know, like, it's just everything in general, you know? Yeah, but this news coming from Ubisoft of all people is just like the fucking worst, right? It's just the fucking worst. It's like the equivalent as if like EA started saying that, hey, guess what? We're gonna start putting ads in your games. Like that's like the equivalent if EA said that shit. I would probably, like, I don't know what the fuck I'd do. I don't know. It's tough being a gamer nowadays, because it's hard to you know, vibe with anything and really rep anyone, because everyone's a cunt nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So in conclusion, gaming is fucked. I hope we get a resurgence somehow. I hope somehow some things work out, and your game's not actually yours if you buy digital. So please try buying physical. And yes, that's fucking it.